What's up, everybody? Another hot Saturday here in Leon, Nicaragua. Just got a haircut a few days ago. A little bit shorter than I was hoping for, but can't complain. It was only 50 Cordobas, or about $1.60, so to be honest, as long as there's no blood at the end of the haircut, I'm pretty happy. But pretty excited today. I actually just bought a bike about a week ago. I got it from the San Juan Market, and I got it for just under $80 for 2,400 Cordobas. And today is going to be my first long ride on it. I've only ridden it a few blocks at a time, but I'm going to go to Guadalupe and visit the cemetery, and then I think like Ruben Dario Park as well. So pretty excited to check that out and see how the bike works. So I'm going to throw on a GoPro, get a little of the footage while I'm riding, and I'll see you guys in Guadalupe. So I just made it to Ruben Dario Park. It looked like the Guadalupe Cemetery was closed today, so I kind of just passed by that and came straight here. But this is a super nice park. It's a little bit outside of the center. It probably took me like 15 or 20 minutes on my bike, so not too far. But there's hardly ever anybody here. I guess there's not really much shade, so during the day it's not super realistic to hang out in the park when it's 95 degrees outside. But yeah, it's a new park. It's really nice. Lots of landscaping, a little kind of memorial area for Ruben Dario. But yeah, this is my first time here. I've seen it in passing tons of times on the bus, but I've never actually come here. This is a perfect spot for me to talk to myself, since I seem to have so much trouble doing that in the streets. It's weird. Leon is like it's a bigger city, but there's nowhere to really escape and talk to yourself. And I have so much trouble talking to myself when there's people around. I just feel so weird. So I like to get to places where there's a little bit of privacy. I wish I had a little more confidence to talk in front of people, but it's still weird for me. I feel like when I was younger, I had so much more confidence. I just did a lot of stupid stuff. It was more so out of ignorance instead of confidence, but I wish I had a little bit more of that. This is a random story, but I remember when I was younger in like middle school, I just did stuff I didn't even think. And like I said, it was more out of ignorance. But I remember in like 8th grade, I ran for class president. I wanted to see if I could beat the system. Instead of always the most popular kid getting elected, I wanted to see if I could break that streak. And I wasn't a loser, but I definitely wasn't the coolest kid in school. I was kind of somewhere in the middle, but I don't... It's so funny, this story, it's kind of surreal. When I think back to it, it's almost like it didn't happen, because I can't even believe I did it. But what I did, instead of the typical like write a serious speech and talk about things I'm gonna change, for some reason I decided that I was just gonna sing a song. So I remember asking like the person in charge, the teacher in charge, if that would be okay. And like I handed them my lyrics for the song, and they gave the okay, which looking back, I don't know why they said okay, because it was the stupidest thing ever. But I made a fake guitar out of cardboard. I like cut out the shape of a cardboard and drew like strings on it, and then I wrote a song that literally had nothing to do with what I was gonna do for the school. It was just pure garbage of lyrics. But for some reason I can remember the chorus. It was like, I'm not gonna sing it, I'll just say it. It was like, oh please vote for me, I will do my best for the school. Just vote for me, you'll see. And then it was like, hi, my name is Ben. I'm 4'10". Just vote for me, you'll see. Also, I was like the shortest kid in 8th grade, so I was legitimately 4'10". I was super tiny. But I remember, instead of being like a presentation in front of the whole school, it was in the media room, so they recorded it and transmitted it live to all the rooms. And I remember I sang, and I think I threw everybody off. The person filming, I sang the chorus, the first verse and chorus, and then I had a full second verse, and I was gonna go into the chorus again, and they just cut away. Like, the student, he was probably just like, this is garbage, I'm not filming anymore, and they cut to the next candidate. So I got like a half song in, and I remember walking down the hall in silence, because right after that everybody was in their class listening to the speeches, just with a mix of emotions, embarrassment, and like, I don't know, probably a little euphoria, like just singing in front of all those people. But yeah, you know, final results came in. I was feeling pretty good, and I lost. So didn't beat out the popular girl. But yeah, super random story, but I guess I wish I had a little bit of that ignorant confidence to just walk down the streets and talk. I have so many ideas for videos, but sometimes I'm a little bit timid to record, especially in big crowds, because I feel like it's a little bit rude when I'm filming like right in front of people, especially filming people themselves. I feel like it's a little bit rude, so I don't know. I got to gain a little more confidence in front of the camera, in front of people, but we'll see how that goes. On the way here, it was a little bit embarrassing. I had the little GoPro accessory on my head. I tried to cover it with my hat, which didn't work too well. So I was biking, and you know, everybody was probably staring at me. It was a little bit weird, but at least I was moving past them with a little faster speed than walking. But yeah, I met up with a friend here. I'm gonna hang out with him for a little bit, and then I think we're gonna head back to the center. And I think tonight is the very first game of the season for the baseball team. So I think we're gonna go to that tonight. That should be exciting. Baseball is huge here. I've been to one game in the past, and it was a lot of fun, so I'm excited for that. But I'm gonna roam around the park a little bit, take a look, and then head back into the city. Adios. So I just made it back to my house. That was a lot of fun. It was like a 20-minute ride to get from the park back here. There's a lot of traffic. There was actually a little accident, so it was backed up for a little bit, but having the bike, you can just go around that, so it was pretty neat. But yeah, interesting stuff. There's tons of bikes, but you're kind of weaving in and out of traffic, but because so many people have bikes, I guess a lot of people are aware and very careful, so I felt safe. No worries, it wasn't too bad, but I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.